You're inside Kdaynav's community show. Your issues, your topics, your community. Now, here are your hosts, Classic One, and Trey.
Yeah, and me, Trey.
93.5 Kday Community Classic One and Trey, man, on this Sunday morning.
Happy Sunday. It's happy holidays.
Happy holidays, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving came and went, and now we're on to Christmas and
It's time to take care of business.
Time to take care of business.
I'm going to be honest with you. We were just talking off air about you.
What happened?
You was out of there drinking your little Starbucks on Sunday morning.
I mean, it's cold outside.
I'm talking to Andrew. They said they got something to tell you.
Oh, okay. Hey, guys, first of all, Platinum Mortgage Company, y'all guys, if you aren't familiar with them, PlatinumMortgageCompany.com. We've had them on a few times to help you guys get some houses in. Trey, we need an update from you, but welcome. First of all, welcome, guys, and what's up? You guys got something to say to me real quick? Or
How you doing, Classic? That's all I got to say.
Okay. Trey made it seem like, man, I don't know.
No, I'm trying to tell him. I said, because we're going through some heavy-duty processes to give you my update, and now we've got to a stage where, like, I've never thought I've been a part of, but I'm in escrow. So
Congratulations,
I'm knocking on wood, and hopefully everything goes right now. So
hopefully the world.
It's up for me to hold up my bargain.
Hopefully the world doesn't end before you get your house. 2012.
But I'm telling them, Classic got a 700 FICO. He should be in the house.
Y'all are tripping, dude.
Like, what can we do to talk Classic and get in the house? I'm putting him on the spot in front of our listeners, in front of Anna and Andrew. Why isn't this man trying to get a house? He got a 700 FICO.
Classic, let us know. Why don't you have a house yet? Why?
You know what, man? There's multiple reasons, but I guess right now it's just I don't know. I guess I don't really have a definitive reason of why I don't.
What's your fear?
My fear, you know, in radio, and I'll let the listeners know this too. Like in radio, job security, it's not the most secure job in the world, regardless of what station you work at. So realistically, I mean,
So
it's
you
just.
didn't get your contract, you think?
I didn't get a renewal. No, man, I've moved around a lot personally. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been in Los Angeles my whole time. So for me, being anchored down is probably a big fear. You know, I wouldn't say fear, but maybe a main concern.
Classic's like a bird. He wants to fly. He doesn't want to be held down.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why you're so single, Classic. I know.
Oh man, well now that you know, Andrew, you know me well, but you don't know me that well. I wish I was, but I'll tell you what, man. To be honest, it does pain me to give rent up, and you know that's one thing that a lot of people struggle with is paying rents out. That is something that does bother me, and that I don't want to do, but. Investment wise, I'd love to buy a house, and you know, man, I don't know.
I'm trying to talk him into it, but I don't want to switch gears. But let's switch gears. I definitely want Andrew and everybody listening in to tune in. We like to bring organizations on that contribute, and it's a lot of organizations that we work with that contribute all over the place. But these are personal organizations that we've touched bases with and have a personalized relationship with or situations with. So we definitely want to spread it out to the community so they can help you guys. Andrew and Anna, for the people that have never heard you guys on the show, and I'm pretty sure it's very few, because we do like to have you guys on at least once a month to actually get out there and help people do what you guys do. Explain to the people what you guys do and what your company's about.
Well, I'll let Anna go ahead and explain it to you guys. She has a better voice than I do.
Andrew and I had partnered up a few years back, and our main goal is to really educate, you know, our community and, you know, our clients. A lot of people are misinformed about, you know, what they're signing as far as the disclosures, how to understand what, you know, how to buy down rates, what the fees are. And even in real estate transactions, it becomes very, you know, confusing. So we try to summarize everything for people so it's easy to understand, you know, and that way all of their answers are, you know, all their questions are answered.
Okay.
And what we've done is we've now put together a structure for our client. Mm-hmm. So they begin from the beginning to the end.
Almost like a blueprint,
so
like to let them know.
We're going to be doing our one-on-one trainings, but we're also going to go out to the community and do homeownership academy events where first-time home buyers need someone to walk them through every step of the way as far as reading their credit report. Maybe they have errors, or maybe they need to learn how to settle some of those accounts. We want to prepare that person before they actually get into a purchase contract. We don't want them to go in and put bids on homes and not really be pre-qualified. So that's pretty much a summary of everything that we do.
Excellent.
If I may add to what Anna has just said, I mean, we try to simplify the process of improving your credit and making sure that you are approved, and making sure that, we help you through the process of getting a mortgage loan.
Right.
Buying your home, stop renting if you can. Everybody has to rent at some point. But a lot of people don't know that they can get qualified to buy their own homes because interest rates are very low. House prices are still very low. It's time for you to, kind of review what you've been paying and decide if this is the right time to jump in and get qualified to buy, a house of your own. And Platinum Mortgage Company, we do that every day, day in, day out. We explain the complex process to you. We hold your hand one-on-one. It doesn't matter whether you have a 500 FICO score or you have a 400 FICO score. It doesn't matter if you've had a bankruptcy, foreclosure, or a short sale. We can help you. We can get you on the right path. It might take 2 months, or it might take,
Yeah, and Trey can definitely attest to that too, because and I can see it because you guys have been working closely together, and I've seen the process too. And one thing that I wanted to say was, Anna, when you were talking a little bit earlier before Andrew, it almost sounds like you guys have set up kind of like a blueprint and give people a guideline of where they're going to be, the steps that they need to take, so you have a start point and they can see an end point, so there's kind of a light at the end of the tunnel instead of just getting bombarded with a lot of information and numbers and not really knowing where you're going to end up. It's like you guys set up a plan for people.
Yes, we did. I mean, we set up a plan called Homeownership Academy, and essentially what it is just teaching you what it means to qualify for a mortgage, what it means to buy a house, what it means to own a mortgage, and how to manage your mortgage. Let your mortgage work for you, not just pay rent or pay your mortgage payments every month. So the Homeownership Academy is a step-by-step program that takes a prospective home buyer or a current homeowner, and we explain to them in detail what they're up against or what they have, in their portfolio. So it's a process that we know that everybody needs, but most people don't even know where to begin.
Andrew, and I don't want to interrupt you and Anna, but it's a process where a lot of people are scared of just to initiate, because I think everybody's fear to be turned down or fear to start something and not knowing exactly where it's going.
Right.
And I was part of that process as well, and I just want to keep sharing my story.
And you're still scared. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm scared every day because I'm scared every day because Anna email you and say we need this or Trevon get it together just out of nowhere. But there's a couple websites I want to reiterate, if you're just tuning in, we're Platinum Mortgage Company, and we're not doing this for anybody's benefit except for the listeners. We want the listeners. What's the website, Andrew, that they can go and get the credit, mortgage pool?
They can go to platinummortgagecompany.com.
Go to
platinummortgagecompany.com, or they can go to pmccanhelp.com.
Go to either one of those websites. Find out what your credit score is, and on those websites they'll give you 3 different credit reviews. Those are what's called mortgage reviews. I'm learning this as well. I don't want to seem like I know what I'm talking about, but you get 3 different reviews from all the credit bureaus. That's called a mortgage review. You take that, Andrew and Anna will contact you, and they'll let you know. They'll see if you have a job, or if you've had income, or if you're self-employed, or whatnot, and they'll take you along the steps as far as putting yourself in a position to get placed in a home. It's not as difficult as you think. I've been doing it. I had to go through the process as far as cleaning up my credit. So a lot of people might not have to clean up their credit as much as I did. But if you do have to clean it up and you want to call me at the station, feel free to call me up, and I'll tell you what I had to go through.
It's gonna be like the personal helpline at the job.
I'm trying to be the assistant to the assistant to the assistant.
We're doing it for free though, because we don't charge money for that.
Yeah, no. So I'm saying get the credit pull and find out where you stand. And I'm telling you, it's not as difficult as you think. But these are some people you definitely want to get. Just communicate with and see where you stand, and give yourself an opportunity to stop renting on a home.
Yeah, I mean, we for the sake of the holidays, we're actually offering a free credit report to everybody who goes on our website and applies for a mortgage loan. You know, you might not be ready for a loan right now, or whether you're ready, but you should be ready now because the rates are low. There's no reason for you not to go on to Platinum Mortgage and PMCcanhelp.com.
And Platinum Mortgage.
PMCcanhelp.com.
And Platinum Mortgage Company.
Yeah. If you go onto our website, complete an application so you can be eligible for a free credit report and a free credit review.
And also,
not only do we pull your credit, we also tell you exactly what you're looking at and give you a copy as well. That's the first step to becoming a homeowner.
And I want to reach out to our listeners. If you have any questions or any concerns, you can call me or Classic up here at the station at 323-337-1600 and ask for us. Or you can call Anna and Andrew at 800-385-3657 as well. A lot of people have concerns and questions, and they're nervous about getting into this with all these different mortgage scandals and stuff. I'm telling you, we didn't work with these people. We didn't help other listeners. This is something we would like for you to contact them so we can put you on the radio and get a testimonial from you. I'm trying to be a testimonial.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, Anna can really tell us the process. I mean, we've refined the process of applying and qualifying for a loan. We could essentially qualify you in 24 hours or less if you give us all the necessary documents. And since Anna handles that department really well, I'm going to let her tell you in detail how she, gets it done.
Well, the first step is to go on to pmccanhelp.com, and you want to click the Apply Now application. You'll do the online application. That will get directly emailed to Andrew or myself. And there are a couple of documents that we're going to require in order to be able to pre-qualify you. But just to look at your credit, we'll be able to pull your credit report and send it to you and call you up and let you know what's on that report. A lot of people don't know how to read it. They don't know where to begin if there are errors. We can kind of direct you. We have, our credit agency can also help you with some of the errors if you're not able to get to a computer. Rescoring is one of the things that we specialize in. I don't like to rush borrowers into buying a home if their score is 600 when really maybe their score was 700, but because some of the errors that they're reporting is hindering them. I mean, a 600 to a 700 credit score could be a difference of 1% interest. And to some people, that doesn't sound like a lot, but that could mean $40,000-$50,000 in interest that you're throwing away when you didn't have to. So if we can fix the credit and repair some of that stuff, or maybe have you pay down some of those credit cards that have high balances, that would be more ideal. And then we can pre-qualify you to buy that home. But you definitely want to get pre-qualified before you start shopping around. That way you know what you do qualify for. We'll give you a pre-approval letter, and then we can partner you up with one of our agents. If you have any, we could go over with the agent exactly what you're qualified for. We could look at different types of programs. So that's part two of what we do, is we actually find the best loan for you to save you the most money.
Hey Anna, let me ask you guys this really quickly. And last time we talked, that was before the presidential election. Now that Barack Obama will be president again, there are a lot of programs and incentives that he set up to get the home market back up on its feet. Are those things that you guys know or anticipate will continue on?
Yes. There's a lot of programs that have been on board, and there's a lot of programs that will continue, especially the FHA loans. You can get a loan for as low as 500 FICO score. You can get into a house for as low as 0.5% down. So a 0.5% down payment on a $200,000 home is $1,000. So the down payment shouldn't be a problem because you can get a down payment assistance program. You're coming in with less than 1% down to become a homeowner. I mean, it's never been heard of. So you need to take advantage. 800-385-3657, 800-385-3657, or you can go to our website, get a pre-approval done. From now until the end of the year, it's practically free. As long as you can let us know on the website when you're applying that you heard about us on the show, on the community show, KDA show. We want to help you, take that first step. So there's more than 50 different programs for people who are recent graduates from college. They don't have a 2-year employment. There's a loan available, for borrowers like that. But for borrowers who have had a short sale, who have had a foreclosure or bankruptcy that's over 3 years, there are programs for them. And we want to help everybody that comes through the door.
Let me ask you this too, guys. We mentioned earlier a little bit, and you were asking me why am I not, interested in buying a house, or why haven't I pursued that? And I think there's a lot of listeners out there who might be like me. Maybe they're worried about if they're going to be living in California or in this area. Maybe they feel like they're going to move. Maybe they feel like they're going to get a job somewhere else. Any of the reasons that may deter them. Maybe they're just afraid of the commitment and the long-term commitment of actually having a mortgage versus being free, like you said, and paying rent. What can you say to someone like me or our listeners in a similar situation that would, I know there's a lot of programs that allow you to get into homes, but you can't necessarily, if you want to make them maybe an investment and rent them out, you have to live in them for a certain amount of time. So is there something else that might be an incentive that would entice people to purchase homes if they have maybe any of those fears?
Yeah, Anna can answer that. She's pretty good at tax benefits from owning a home.
Well, it is intimidating. The process is intimidating overall, but there are great rewards emotionally and financially. The tax benefits, I always emphasize on that the most. I mean, you're giving yourself a raise, where your employer can't give it to you. So we're talking about $3,000 or $4,000 on average. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Put money back into your savings, into your retirement. And then, as time goes by, I mean, you're going to be building equity into that home where into retirement, if you only have maybe $40,000 in retirement, you'll also have equity in your home. Mm-hmm. So for you personally, I mean, I'd say the fear for you is just making the decision to do it. And if you decide to move, I mean, you can go and buy another home a year later and do an owner-occupied purchase again and make that first home your rental property. And now you have an investment that's working for you.
I see.
But there are great benefits. Remember, the property taxes, tax deductible. The private mortgage insurance is tax deductible. The mortgage payment alone is tax deductible. That's where you're getting the maximized tax deduction. So you might want, if you have a CPA or an attorney, you might want to just play with some numbers and see how much money that will save you at the end of every year.
That's good advice, and that's a good idea if you're out there listening. Good. And that's something that I think I'll definitely do, and sit down with somebody you trust, maybe somebody, a money person, a tax person, or even an accountant that you may have, or somebody you might look up and say, hey, I want to see where I'm at, because it's hard when you're by yourself to put a pen and a pad out and a calculator and crunch numbers, because you're not going to be able to do that.
You're absolutely right, but I think if you sat down and you started the first process after you go to platinummortgagecompany.com and pulled your credit report, they'll let you know from where if your credit is even eligible to even start looking for homes, or if you've been working on your job 2 years. So they'll let you know the specifications. But I think if you put down on a pen or pad the pros and cons of owning a home and paying rent, Andrew and Anna, is it absolutely ridiculous what the pros should be?
Well, I mean, it depends on everybody's situation, but it's nothing better than, building equity.
Yeah,
and that's what you get from owning a home. So with Classic, I understand, having to just uproot and move out. You got a government program, you bought an owner-occupied home, and now you have to move in 6 months.
Sure.
But guess what? The guidelines allow you to do that because it's your job that's moving you. So you have to, like Anna said, if you have to go buy another property somewhere else, you can still buy it as owner-occupied and rent this other one out.
That's really interesting, guys. That's an interesting piece of information because out of all the times that we've talked, and we've never really talked about my situation personally or situations similar to mine, but I've never knew that fact, and it's really helpful. That's actually a good piece of information. If you guys, let me break it down really quick again. If you just tuning in or didn't understand that, say you're everything's in line to purchase a house. You have a steady job, you have decent credit, or you're getting your credit there, and your fear is, well, man, maybe my job, I'll relocate, or maybe I'm gonna move because of my job, or you don't feel like you're gonna be maybe in California for X amount of time, or even in a certain city. Buy a house because, like what Anna was saying, is it's almost giving yourself a raise, something your job won't be able to do. Tax breaks.
You get tax breaks.
All the stuff with Obama, the program extensions.
You know what the craziest thing to explain to our listeners is, and I'm learning hands-on because I'm in escrow.
Right.
Is your mortgage is going to be way lower than your rent. I paid $1,700 for 6 years.
I think, the misconception, that's a lot, bro.
For 6 years. My mortgage is not even close to that.
Right.
And I think your mortgage for the house you're buying is about $1,200 or so.
Wow. Andrew, I'm a real honest guy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My mortgage is $711 if it goes through.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
$714.
So bro, I mean, already off top, that's $12,000 in a year.
No, I'm saying that's $1,000 I save every month.
And that's in a 4-bedroom house.
That's a 4-bedroom, two bath house.
Yeah.
From apartment to a 4-bedroom house, and your mortgage is your payments reducing by $1,000. I mean, not everybody's gonna be in the same shoes,
and nobody believes that.
Technically, you pay less when you have a mortgage nowadays.
And I wanted to share that with the listeners and with everybody because nobody, Classic already knows. I've showed him. Nobody believes that until you actually get to see the paperwork. And I was like,
it's real.
And I can't prove to the escrow people or to the banks that I can do this because you have to go through the proper paperwork. But I paid $1,700 for 6 years, and then I paid $1,500 another 6 years before that. Sure. So I mean, you just have to do what they ask you to do because it's just legal obligations, and they want to make sure your job and make sure your income and all that stuff. But you have to go through this process in order to get to where you need to get in life and become a homeowner.
Let me finish that thought when Andrew and Anna were sharing that information about the programs that get you into a house at a very low down payment, FHA loans. Those have requirements of you have to be occupied for X amount of years or time. The great thing that they just said was if you do move and your job is the reason why, you can actually purchase a home in the other area and rent that one out. Whereas, before you can't just like buy homes and own or occupy and start renting them out. But if you have a legitimate reason, such as your job and your income, that's going to be the main thing that gets you out. And honestly, guys, I really appreciate that information because that's going to get me a little bit more, I think in gear and looking. And one thing Trey always says too is you got to live somewhere. So at some point,
you're gonna pay rent or somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, what I wanted to add, is that they shouldn't forget there are over 50 different loan programs. So you might think, I got denied 3-4 times, there's no hope for me. That's not true. We will guide you and tell you exactly why you got denied or what other options are available. And these are all government and non-government and private programs as well. I mean, you might be interested in flipping a home. You want to buy a house and fix it and sell it. We help you that. You might need, a private money loan, or you might need to rehab a home that you currently have. We have programs where you can turn your home into a 2-unit, and you don't have to have any money out of your pocket. It's all a government loan. There's so many, and just to mention, we do refinances too all day. If your house is underwater, where you owe more than your house is worth, we can help you refinance if your loan is owned by Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. If you have a high interest rate or you have an adjustable loan, we can help you refinance. We help people refinance as well as help people get a home loan as well. So call us 800-385-3657, platinummortgagecompany.com or pmccanhelp.com. And we want to help. We want people to call us.
So the whole emphasis, Andrew, I mean, I just want to stress out to the listeners that they want to help you become from a renter to a homeowner. They want you to be able to fix your credit. I mean, is that something, Andrew, talk to them a little bit about helping with the credit as far as...
I mean, the credit is where it all starts. We have reviewed thousands of credit reports, and we know exactly what it says once we look at it. It takes only 5 minutes or less to read a credit report. And we can tell you exactly. It doesn't matter whether you have a 400 FICO score or you have an 800 FICO score. We just have to tell you exactly what's in there and what it means in terms of how much or what you can qualify for. There's no point going about paying high interest rates on a car loan or furniture loan or jewelry loan. I mean, rims. People buy rims and they pay for like 24 months. I mean, guys, you know, you just have to step back and say, okay, what's in my credit report? And by the way, you should have a copy of your credit pooled at least once every 6 months. At least once every 6 months.
No.
You should definitely have a mortgage credit pool once every 6 months. It tells you all the 3 credit scores and also tells you in detail what's been reported on your Social Security number. So that's where it starts for us. Once we pull your credit, and then we decide, okay, where are you financially? And then help you write out a plan to get you into a home.
That's probably the biggest. Don't mean to interrupt, Andrew. It's probably the biggest thing that is one of the biggest hurdles or the biggest unknowns. And once you actually get in and sit down and are able to analyze the numbers, you kind of get a better feeling of where you're at, because it's so overwhelming if you just have no idea about any of this process or anything. As long as you're able to go in there and sit down with you guys, what they're saying is they can help you just get on the right track and make it a little less overwhelming.
Yeah, and Anna works on the back end with credit, all the time. I mean, she has hundreds of stories, from people who came to us saying, I've been declined 10 times, there's no hope for me, to, oh, wow, your FICO score is 640 now, or, oh, you know what, you just got an approval with a 580 FICO. I mean, we can do as low as 500, and Anna can tell you a lot more of her experiences as well.
We have a lot of, clients who have come to us that probably haven't read their credit report, maybe ever. And so when they sit down and they see their figures, they don't realize, how every part of the credit report affects their score. Simple as, a medical collection that, was $20 that went into collections, you could lose 40 points by that being on your report. Maybe it was something that the insurance company had missed or something, and they could go back and correct it. It takes a little time. When we get these letters from the collection agencies that show that the account has been satisfied, and we submit it to the 3 credit bureaus, if we do it through the credit agency that we use, it gets done a lot quicker. They have the back telephone number, so they can get it done within 3 to 5 days.
Wow.
The fee is probably around $30 for each trade line, or pretty much $90 for each account that's showing up as an error, or maybe that you recently had paid down, or maybe that you settled. So there's little steps that need to take place that we can direct you, and we try to make it as simple as possible on how to do it. And if you do it on your own, we can also direct you to how to do that too. It just takes a little bit longer. It probably takes maybe 30 days to work directly with the credit bureaus yourself. But like we always say, you want to know what your credit looks like. You want to know, what you're qualified for. So getting pre-approved through us is the key. And if you call in and we can even do that today for you. So if you're calling in today. We'll call you back personally and let you know, hey, we did receive your application online. We have pulled your credit. Let's go over that. Do you have a minute? And we could, we'll email it back to you. We'll go over the phone, give you the tips that you need to do to move forward. If you have immaculate credit, then we could send you in a pre-approval and get you started to shop around for that home that you're getting ready to buy.
Classic.
And if we can't if we can't close by the end of the year, which we only have about 30 days or 40 days right now, then at least you'll be a homeowner in January or February.
Wow.
And you know what the perfect thing about that is? Isn't that tax season anyway? A lot of people want to get some form of money.
Yeah, because you already got the ball rolling.
You already got the ball rolling, so start cleaning up your credit now. In the tax season, you'll be in a home because you already got some kind of money.
It's the holidays, man.
The holidays.
Like, give yourself a gift.
If I get a house, we having a party at the house. I don't mean to be rude, but we're going to have a party, Andrew. We're going to have a Platinum Mortgage Company party at the house.
Well, I'm going to be there for sure. I'm going to be the one cutting the tape and giving you the keys to the house.
That's awesome, man. We got the gold scissors.
I don't know about all that.
Anna's the more formal person of Platinum Mortgage Company. She keeps Andrew calm down.
But it's just a joy to just, be a part of, you guys' family. And, from the first date you came to us, Trey, and told us about what you're trying to do. It's been a couple months, it's been an up and down, but you're in escrow. We're looking to close before the end of the year. It's just a tremendous feeling to know that, okay, we can see things happen. And we just want to employ everybody out there to take a step. Call the toll-free number, 800-385-3657, PlatinumMortgageCompany.com, PMCCanHelp.com.
Man, Andrew.
PMCCanHelp.com. Call us. We have so much to offer you guys. And you're not going to lose anything by calling. You're definitely going to feel better when you hang up the phone. And we can guarantee you that.
I can definitely vouch for that too, man. And I know Trey can. And Andrew, man, you're becoming a pro at this. Andrew and Anna.
We got to get you a talk radio.
You closed it. Look at
get talk radio.
You closed out the show and everything.
Come on, guys. Hey, we still want your listeners to call us to go over to the churches. We know it's Sunday. People are on their way to church, or you just came back. Call your pastor. We can come out there and talk to 40 or 50 people and pull your credit right on the spot and tell you exactly what's on it. We're ready to do that for your listeners.
And for the listeners, I'm telling you, for some people, we have a lot of people on this show, and everybody we bring through is definitely authentic. But these guys and this lady, Anna, and Mr. Andrew is somebody we work with personally through the community. I've worked with myself. They're really out to get people homes. If you're scared, give them a call. Check the website. Get a free mortgage pool at the least. Know where your credit score is at. Your landlord's telling you something, it might not be true. Clean up your credit. 1-800-385-3657. PMCCanHelp.com. PlatinumMortgageCompany.com. Andrew and Anna. I'm gonna start this. I love y'all. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, guys.
Happy holidays to you guys. Happy holidays to the listeners.
And Anna, I'll be emailing you back and forth. I love you. And Andrew, he don't talk to me no more.
Oh no! I just wanted to get a house so I can come out there and
Andrew used to be my buddy. We passed the Andrew stage. Now Anna she checks on me once a day to make sure I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But it's definitely
we're working together as a team on the back end to get you out, and I promise you it's gonna happen.
I'm just playing, Andrew. I know you're involved in it, but I'm just saying it's definitely a pleasurable process, and I've learned a lot. Regardless of what happens, I've learned a lot, and all we can do is pray for the best.
On that note, man, I appreciate you guys. PlatinumMortgageCompany.com. Andrew and Anna, thank you guys for joining us again. Friends of the show, if you guys have any questions, KDayCommunity@gmail.com. Hit us up. Follow me on Twitter @Class1CCLASS, the number 1C. Follow Trey @WeGoHard.org, @WEGO.
Just Platinum Mortgage Company has a Twitter as well, right?
No. You know what? We have a Facebook, we have a Twitter, but we are going to be on KCOP 13, 9 a.m. on Sundays. We're going to be on Alan Mendelssohn's show. So look out for us, 9 a.m. Sunday morning, December 2nd.
Doing the TV thing.
Doing it big. I'm trying to tell y'all, the company getting big. But
it's 93.5 KDA community, man. We're running way over time right now.
we'll see y'all next week.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you for listening to Kday's Community Show, where it's your issues, your topics, and your community. For questions or more info on this or any of our other shows, please email us, kdaycommunity@gmail.com. 93.5 Kday.